Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an inter-conference matchup, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buffaloes will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. So the Utah Utes offense will take the first swing of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means...
Breaks into the open. Made a defender miss. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First and 10. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Got it in the middle, it's Bentley. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Off-play action on first down. Going for it all. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. We'll send the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked.
There he goes. Inside, touchdown, Utes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Colorado's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Turns it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest pass. It's Salter. Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Williams. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. Makes the grab. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
There's the pressure. Pass rush gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Fires to the big fella. Got him with the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Looking to the big tight end. He's right downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Didn't make can sweat it all. It's good. And now the lead's extended a little further. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they can't make the connection. Guys, let's look big picture in Colorado. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Salter. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. With the catch, it's Miller. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go. And then the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Buffaloes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Salter. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Colorado. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Nevada is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 17 over Boise State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run it from the gun. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Give to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Caught behind the line. It's Parker. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Utes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Buying some time. Did the work himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
The short hands, it's Parker. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for space. It's Parker. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Touchdown, Utah! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Hayden. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Buffaloes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Fires fires to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Salter. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now sliding to his left. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Wants to throw. It's Salter. Quickly out to the tight end. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Buffaloes are on the move. They'll run it. Turning it on. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Skips away from pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Welsh. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
This time they'll go to the running game. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buffaloes are in the hurry-up. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens.
Sneak gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. So a drive there of 84 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Running back searching for a hole. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
The give on the option. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the line.
Behind his tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Utes send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. First play of this drive comes from the 27. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was huge, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Offense changing the play. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Finds the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no...
There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The give and tick, 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 tick. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Going to run it. It's Parker. Runs through a tackle. Got enough for the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Timeout called there by the defense desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. He'll keep it himself. After the filthy move, he's got room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Got his man.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, Jesse, yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, it kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaches.